Greetings and welcome to the archive. We're making a lot of progress with our physical setup, making a lot of progress with cataloging and the actual archive itself. So far I have over 1,100 items in the catalog, and this is the latest project. This is our, I don't know what to call it, circulation desk, checkout counter, reference desk, whatever you would want to call it. Now, this was inspired by the Cinemassacre 2016 video room. His just cut off lower, so he had, I would say he was probably 32 inches. I decided I wanted to do the dual level like he had in the 90s. That way I have a rail that I can set items that have been cataloged and need put away on. That way I don't have everything just crammed in a tight space or sitting on the floor waiting to go back out onto the actual shelving. I'm pretty happy with it. We're not completely done. I've still got a couple things to do with it, but for right now it's gonna do what I need it to do. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for finish. It actually looks pretty decent as it is. I've thought about doing a brown paint. I don't want to do stain. That's way more time than I want to do. Plus it's plywood and pine, so stain would not be ideal anyway. Plus I'm awful at painting and even worse at staining. So we'll take a look at this here. I do have LEDs to run underneath the lip so we can get a little light down. I'm going to be putting shelves along the front, so I think I'm going to have box sets on there because box sets take up a lot of space on my very precious shelving. So yeah, it's been a couple weeks since posting, so I have my kids for the summer full time, and I don't see a point in putting them on camera because this content that I make doesn't benefit from having kids on camera, and I also don't feel it is fair to them to expect them to leave this room so I can film. So when I'm filming, they are in the rare cases where I am home alone, or they're outside, or I film in the basement where I can have a little bit where they're not disrupted and they're not on camera. Maintain their privacy, and I don't see a point in affecting them. I'm a long way from being able to do YouTube for a living. If this was how I made my money, then there'd be some more compromise options there. But for something that is a hobby at this point, I don't see any reason in expecting them to, hey, you can't watch TV in here because I need to film, or hey, you need to go in the other room. So I just don't see a point in that. So content will be a little slower this summer. I'm working on the catalog. Once I get this fully set up, then I'm going to go back and start updating the catalog with photos again where I left off with that. I have ordered a Windows 7 era computer. For whatever reason, the post office sent it to Indianapolis and then to Massachusetts and back to Indianapolis, so it's like 5 days late at this point, and Lord knows when I'll actually see it, and that's when things will really kind of start going. It's an old business Optiplex, which is perfect for the aesthetic that I'm going for. It was like $10. Sold as not working, but the description said it works. So you know what? We're just gonna see what we get and mess with it and take it down to the basement and make a video and see what happens. So let me pull you off the stand and show you a little bit about how janky this is, but yet at the same time it looks pretty much exactly how I wanted it to. All right, so it is just a 90s style desk like you see in the offices. I do have 2.5-inch overhang, but the top rail is 48 inches, so you can lean on it and talk to whoever is in. It has that kind of sunken desk. Some medical offices still have these. It's not super common anymore. That's kind of gone away. I'm going to put shelving on the front and the side. Have it not over the air conditioner. So yeah, we'll just hook these up underneath, and that'll give us some nice down lighting. So they're just 3/4 ply sides. I'll eventually finish it with something. I just haven't decided exactly what yet. And then back here is the non-camera side. Not fully matched up. I'm good. I'm not worried about it. Cross brace, and then we have our desk. So when you're sitting, you have your working at your computer and then looking up at whoever you're talking to. So the rail is nice because I can put stuff that's been cataloged and ready to go back out up on the rail and keep that out of the way. And then I've got 40 inches of workspace to work with. It's actually pretty rigid. Of course, I've got a full brace along the back. This is 29.5 up, same height as my regular desk. And then we have a return on this side for support, and then just squareness. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do over here. For now, probably keep going with VHS in the closet, but I haven't fully decided yet what we'll do with this, so I'm just kind of leaving it for now. This is also not very heavy, so I can move it if I want to, though there's nowhere else to put it. Plus, having the bookshelves behind makes a really nice background for it. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. Super happy to be able to not block the AC vent. Made a few adjustments along the way, but it turned out really well. So it definitely has exceeded the expectations that I was hoping for. Still need to come up with something in this corner for light, but we'll cross that bridge when I find something I like. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I'll try to throw in some photos. I took a few photos while building to show off. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I got to speak at the Southern Fried Gaming Expo for the Physical Media Revolution panel, which was awesome. Shout out to all of those guys. That was super fun. Had to do it by Zoom, unfortunately, but it was absolute fun. Next year we'll get down there in person. We get things settled out. I want to be able to do a bunch of conventions and that kind of stuff. Start having more fun. Get into non-eBay collecting. But yeah, that's where we're at, where we've been. So I thank you for watching. Thank you for all the likes, comments, and subscriptions. Preserve the past, save the future. Physical media is the future. And we will see you on the next one.